Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Pokemon Platinum Random Lock, Pokeath'locke Season 4. In fact, today's a very exciting episode because it's the last episode of the Pokemon Platinum Random Lock, at least ideally. I guess if we wipe, in general, wipes in my series do not mean auto-fails. I know a lot of people who do these Nuzlocke say, well, if you wipe, you just lose. And I think that's a very cheap cop-out. I think people do that because they don't want to bother going through the challenge and grinding up. And so if we wipe in my series, we go to our box and we say, okay, what's in our box? What can we do to remake our teams? We are not done until we are out of Pokemon, sort of thing. So, ideally, last episode of the Pokeath'locke, if we wipe and I have to get a whole new team together, there might be another one. But we're going to assume that that's not going to happen. But today we are taking on the Elite Four here in the Sinnoh region. And we're going to be seeing a lot of patrons today. I think like 3 of the 5 trainers we're going to be going up against today are going to be patrons. So that'll be exciting. And with that said, I guess let's jump right into it. Now, I did receive some feedback last episode as I talked about the truncated, condensed format of the series up to this point, and it seemed like everybody was very much on board with that. Thank you guys so much for your feedback, but I also got some good feedback that potentially the speed up inside of battle, in fact, inside of battle, we can do it outside of battle, but inside of battle, doing too much speed up makes it very difficult to follow what's going on. So that's very good feedback, so we're going to not be doing that today. We're going to be doing our battles at normal speed. Outside of battle, totally up in the air, but other than that, we'll be going. So, Addy has told me, because I started recording this episode at one point, and got to Flint, who is the 3rd member of the Elite Four, which is where our patrons pick up. So the first 2 members of the Elite Four are not going to be patrons, but then starting with Flint, they become patrons. And I attempted to battle Flint, and it was like, some text popped up real quick, and then it was like error, contact support, or something like, and then it just like froze. It's like, Addy, I think the patrons in the Elite Four are broken. So we had to go through and change some things, which means I'll have to be reading out the dialogue. He ended up just having to take out all the dialogue. Gen 4 has been terrible for that, so I apologize to you guys who are patrons, who were really excited to see your teams in here, but it's gonna be a little while before getting there. But we've got 2 regularly randomized Elite Four members, and then the last 2 Elite Four members and the champion are all going to be patrons. So let's jump right in here, shall we? Hello, welcome to the Pokemon League. I'm Aaron of the Elite Four. It's good to meet you. Oh, I should explain, I'm a huge fan of bug Pokemon. Bug Pokemon are nasty, mean, and they're beautiful too. Would you like to know why I take on challengers here? Would you like to know why I take on challengers here? I'm assuming it's because it's your job. It's because I want to become perfect, just like my bug Pokemon. Okay, let me take you on. I mean, you're the Elite Four. Alright. We are challenged by Elite Four Aaron, and he leads off with Lopunny, which is... we could just attempt it. I did go ahead and do some things with TMs and things like that. Snooty was taught Grass Knot and Fire Blast. Snooty's got pretty good special attack, and so I was just going through. Not a lot of my TMs were super useful, but Snooty was able to learn a few, so we went ahead and did that. Let's just try a Psychic. See what's happening. Okay, they're gonna bounce. Snooty shouldn't take too much damage from a bounce. Snooty's got pretty good... yeah, see, Snooty's got real good defenses. Let's see what a Stab Psychic does. Obviously not super effective, because Lopunny is not... it's not Mega Lopunny, it's just normal Lopunny. Sets up the Charm, which is going to sharply lower our attack, but we're not using that stat, so you go for it, Lopunny, that's fine. Let's try a Surf here. Hopefully it kills. Those will feel really bad. Another Psychic would have done it. There we go. Lopunny goes down. Alright, Snooty getting experience points. Puts it in Mantine. Yes, Mantine. Who did I want to... I think, yes, I taught Magdala Shockwave, I think. Sorry, I'm going to speed up a couple of these things where nothing's really happening. Yes, I taught Shockwave, which should be 4 times effective. Let's start with the Hypnosis first. Gets the Aqua Ring set up. Alright, not super scared of that. There we go. Hypnosis gets landed on the Mantine. Fantastic. Alright. That should work out very nicely. Now, let's see. Magdala's got even attack and special attack, so not overwhelming special attack or anything like that. The stats are a little more level, but this is 4 times effective. Now, it's not stab, and it's not a really super powerful move to begin with. So let's just kind of see what this is going to do. Over half. Okay, not bad. It's actually, that might be perfect because, oh, it's going to heal here or something, maybe? Even? Ooh, a little more than I would have liked to have seen it do, but still enough that we should be able to, ooh, and Aqua Rain. All right, we should still be able to hit it one shot at this time now. You got it, Magdalene, let's do it. Oh, it feels so slow. I apologize if it feels slow to you guys. I'm so used to the speed up now that like normal speed is just, oh, it's painful. But I really, we were kind of whipping through there. It's possible that we lost, Laurel because of overspeeding, and then it's just difficult for people to even know what's going on. You're basically just, it's not even worth paying attention to. But it's an Tentacruel. Yeah, let's bring Snooty back in for that. Magdala, switch out. Come back in. All right, what? This is the third Pokemon of Aaron's team, so we've got 2 more after the Tentacruel. Alrighty. Let's see. Psychic. Screech. It's going to harshly lower defense. Not a big deal. Hopefully we can one. Tentacruels have got pretty good special defense, so it might not one-shot. Yeah, not quite. But it's also not in healing range, which is a good thing for both this Tentacruel, and it was also, we had the same thing with the Mantine. It's like we didn't one-shot it, but we also kept it out of the healing range, so we're going to be able to save ourselves some trouble there. Hopefully Snooty can finish this thing off and come out. We'll use a full restore between battles there, and we won't have to worry too terribly much about the poison, hopefully. Snooty's hurt by poison. Yes. You'll be fine, girl. It'll be fine. About to send in Nidoqueen. Yeah, we'll switch for that. Let's bring Penelope in there. I'll grind everybody up to level 57. I figured that'd be a good halfway point. Sometimes in the Elite Four, well, pretty much always in the Elite Four, I grind up for, like, the champion. And that means that some of these early battles are super easy. And so I decided, largely, almost entirely, I decided to grind up to level 57 specifically because Cessna learned Bug Buzz at that level or something. I think Cessna learned Air Slash at level 54 and then didn't learn Bug Buzz until level 57. And for Cessna, those are going to be important moves for her, or him. So I wanted to make sure he had those coming into this the Elite Four here. And so that kind of just, I just sent in Wigglytuff. Will you change Pokemon? Yeah, let's switch it up. Roku's not coming yet. So that's kind of where I got 57, because I knew for sure I needed to get Cessna 57, so I just decided, all right, that's just where we'll get everybody, and that'll be fine. We're going to probably be a little underleveled for when we get to the champion, but hopefully we'll be able to make it through here okay. Close combat should finish off the Wigglytuff, no trouble, and I think Wigglytuff might be the last Pokemon here, so we'll have defeated the first of the Elite Four members. Oh, there goes, super effective. All right. I will now concede defeat, but I think you came to see how great bug Pokemon can be. I do like bug Pokemon. I do, a lot, actually. Well, I don't, well, that's not probably true. I like bug Pokemon in an adequate amount. I don't dislike bug Pokemon, let's say that. One of my absolute favorites is a bug Pokemon, but I'd be hard-pressed to put together a team of, like, Pokemon I love from the bug type, probably. Which I know some of you guys are, like, bug type people, so... But I don't dislike it. I don't. All right, let's quickly full restore Snooty. I only got 10 of these. And it looks like Snooty's the only one who took damage in that last battle. So there we go. In fact, let's go ahead, since I got no idea what's coming up. And since we have not seen a ton of Cessna since recently joined the team with Laurel's death, we'll put Cessna up front so that we can take advantage of seeing them a little bit before they enter into the transfer pool, and that way maybe people will get nostalgic and eventually vote for it or something at some point. Well, you should know this old lady. You should show this old lady how much you've learned. Yeah, let's do it, Bertha. Big Bertha. All right. We got 5 Pokemon here. Challenged by Elite Four. Bertha sent out Grumpig. Okay, that works out. We'll take our bug Pokemon here and our newly minted Bug Buzz and just give it a go. There we go. Super effective. Fantastic. Down goes the Grumpig. Okay, points. Elite Four Bertha is about to send in Walrein. Yeah, Walrein. Let's see. The problem is... actually... Let's bring Snooty in. The problem is my fighting type, which would go up against Walreign's ice type, is also a fire type, which does not match up with its water type very well. And then my grass type matches up against the water, but does not match up real well against the ice. The thing is, Snooty resists both and has Grass Knot, and Walreign's kind of fat, so this might actually work out. Ice Fang, which is physical and resisted type-wise. We'll take that for sure. Let's see what the Grass Knot will do for us. Because it's kind of a fatty. It's not stab, but it is super effective. All right. He's going to heal a little bit, which is unfortunate. If he hadn't done that, probably this is going to put them within heal range. So we might have to start this whole train all over again. But I don't have really any other... Ooh. Snooty. Don't flinch, girl. Not very effective. Oh, we're frozen solid. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, she didn't flinch, to be fair. She did not flinch. Let's use a full heal here. Unthaw Snooty for us. But she can tank these hits at least. So that works out well. Walreign used Ice Fang. Hopefully Snooty will not freeze again. Not very effective. Alright. Looking good. Let's give Grass Knot another go. Speed that up a little. There we go. Grass Knot. Yeah, it's not going to be enough to take out. Unfortunately, that means we're probably going to be seeing a full restore here. Yeah. Alright. Try it again. Sorry, I'm getting impatient. Some of these are going to get sped. There we go. Walrein goes down. Fantastic. We'll use the speed up strategically. We won't use it constantly as a general rule. But Elite Four Birth is about to send in Torterra. Yeah, let's see. Peach. I keep calling her Peaches. I'm so sorry, Penelope. Penelope has gotten pretty adept at taking care of Torterra, so we're gonna go ahead and bring her in. Let her. One Ice Shard is really with berries. Then we ran into a couple of people, or at least one or two in the Victory Road who had Torterras as well, and a single Ice Shard from Penelope was enough to take care of them. So we will assume that probably the case will be the same here, although we're not very far apart level-wise. Ooh, just hung on! Sets up the Leech Seed. Alright, alright. Not a problem. Already used up their healing potions, so we finish off the Torterra here, and then we'll get Peaches out to negate the Leech Seed. Super effective! Alright, Torterra faints. Penelope gained good old experience. Elite Four Birth is about to send in Torterra. Really? Alright, well, sure. Why not? In that event, let's just go for the Ice Fang, which will be more powerful and will be a guaranteed one-shot. At least it should be. And this Torterra is actually a little slightly lower level, too. I think the other one was level 53. So, yes, one-shotting the Torterra there. Good work, Penelope. Elite Four Birth is about to send in for Alligator. Will you switch your Pokemon? Yes. For Alligator, we will switch. Bring in Sari. I don't know if we've seen Sari yet in the Elite Four here. Out comes Alligator. And we'll just pedal dance our way to victory. Dancing on the graves of alligators. There we go. One shot in the crocodile. Actually, he's not a crocodile. He's probably pretty definitively an alligator. But, given the name. Croconaw. I guess it's pre-evolution. Totodile. I don't know. Anyway, your Pokemon believed in you. Did the rest earn the win? Yes, yes, yes. You're quite something, youngster. I like how you and your Pokemon earned the win by working as one. That's what makes you so strong. Aha! I think you can go as far as you want. Well, I can go up to the champion at least, we'll assume. Hyper Potion? Let's see who needs it. You get a Hyper Potion. Oh, only 28 points. Yeah, I probably should have used a Super Potion for that. That's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Can't take them with us. We can take the Pokemon with us, though, so it's worth saving their lives a little bit. Now, this is where we're going to be. I think we're heading into Flint's room now, which is where we end up with Patron territory. Now, the thing is, we could not... Gen 4's trainer editing was awful. We couldn't get the text editing to work. I say we couldn't. Addy couldn't, because I didn't try. Addy was the pro. I'm not saying that to give Addy the blame. I'm saying that because I did no work. It was Addy was the one who was trying to do all of this for us. So, but this is D-Minored. So Flint has been replaced by D-Miner. Now the text is not going to work. So I'm going to quickly read what D-Miner said he wanted his guy to say, and then we'll jump into this battle. So, okay, intro dialogue. I'm creating a documentary on Pokemon and where they live. They seem to be in really weird places compared to other regions. All right, so that's D-Miner's opening dialogue. He's creating a documentary. Now we'll speed through Flint's superfluous dialogue here and jump into the battle. Alrighty, Flint's got 5. Well, D-Miner's got 5 Pokemon. Cessna matches up pretty well with the Gravile. Let's go for the Air Slash. A fully leveled Yanmega's got a pretty nice little move pool. I enjoy it. I enjoyed leveling Cessna quite a bit. I've obviously gotten to use Cessna a lot more than you guys have gotten to see it, but about to use Vulpix. We switch your Pokemon. Yep, we'll switch our Pokemon. Snooty! Bring Snooty back in. Probably should be able to easily take care of Vulpix for us here. Vulpix use Safeguard, which is what, going to protect against status or something? That's alright. Alright, no problem, D-Miner. I'm not going for status. I'm just taking you downtown. There we go. Vulpix goes out. Snooty gains not much experience. Arceus. Practice it in Arceus. Arceus, huh? Arceus is... Well, Arceus can be any type. I think by default it's normal, though. Let's go to Roku. Looks like standard Arceus. Let's go for the close combat. Thunderbolt. Oof. Alright. Come on, close combat. Just finish it off. Finish it off. Not enough. So now I have to ask... Oh, and it's going to heal Citrus Berry or something? Okay. Crap. Alright, so here's the problem. No way a Mach Punch finishes off that. I didn't outspeed... I gotta get Roku out of here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's, Penelope will be immune to the Thunderbolt. Let's bring Penelope in. Assuming it's going for the same sort of spiel here. Hopefully it's not coming at us with a Fire Blast or something. Ha-ha! Take that, Arceus! Alright, Earthquake. Quick Attack. We'll take that. I will take a Quick Attack. No problem. Alright, Penelope, you got it, girl. You got it. Oh, come on! Ice Shard. No! Dang it, D-Miner! You jerk. There we go. Sorry, I had to speed up there. This episode's almost 20 minutes long now. Penelope gained experience points. Before Flint's about to send in Lucario. Yeah, we'll switch Lucario. Bring in Snooty. Okay. Oh, that's not even what I wanted to do. I wanted to Psychic there. There we go. Snooty gain points. Group 58. Why not? Switch Pokemon. Bring in Magdala. All right. We'll Hypnosis. There we go. And then we'll Dark Pulse. We don't have to worry about Destiny Bond or anything, or it shooting things back at us. And down goes the Why Not. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for being a continuous patron. D-Miner, I greatly appreciate your continued support. And on losing, he says, why am I doing a Pokemon battle instead of doing more research? Because why not? All right, so thank you so much, D-Miner, for being a patron and all that jazz. I hope you enjoyed getting to see the team you compiled battle, at least there. Let's heal everybody up a little bit. All right. Looking good, looking good. Heading into the next room. I believe, yes, Ecat is going to be our next patron. He's replacing Lucian here. And Ecat, his dialogue. Hello, the Brew Crew, and welcome, Tort, to this Elite Four battle. That was not what you thought. Me as an Elite Four member. Let's get to it. Alright, so there we go. And actually, I had to edit that. Apparently, Ecat had originally intended to be a gym leader. But Addy had trouble getting, like, the boss battles seemed to be more stable than the others, because otherwise the software was crashing on him a lot. So he's like, well, I can get him to be boss battles, and so I think he just was like, all right, everybody's becoming an Elite Four member after a certain point. So that worked. All right, get through Lucian's stuff here and lead off with Drapion. Now, Drapion is what? Poison Dark? Let's let's go to Penelope. Toxic Spikes is not ideal. Let's Earthquake to Drapion. I would have to guess this is gonna one-shot. If I had to guess, Ecat's team is gonna be dark themed. He's always been very upset that we have not had a dark type gym leader. And so since I guess he was originally planning to be a gym leader, I was gonna say we've had a dark type Elite Four member, but we've never had a dark type gym leader. And since he was probably planning to be a gym leader, he was probably trying to live out his dream of doing that. Elite Four, you're supposed to send in Medicham. All right. Yes, we will switch Pokemon. Medicham, we'll bring in Cessna for that. Let's go for that Bug Buzz. And ooh, not quite enough. And Citrus Berry gets it out of the full restore range, though. Ooh! Ooh! No, 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 no! Ooh, this thing's higher level than us, too. Ooh, no! Ooh, no! Okay. So this has got it. We can Bug Buzz and finish off. Alright, Medicham goes down. Cessna's gonna have to come out, though. Yikes! Lucian's about to send in a Weavile. Will you switch Pokemon? Yes. Roku can take on Weavile. That's what Roku was born to do. Ooh, right. We've got the Toxic Spikes on the floor. Sends in Weavile, no problem. I honestly have a feeling that a Mach Punch is going to do this for us. Might not. Might not. But I would guess it's going to get us at least close. And it does. Fantastic. Down goes the Weavile. All right. That... what was the Medicham was level 59, which is pretty high. Let's switch. Skunk Tank will bring Penelope back in. Was the Medicham his ace? I'm trying to remember. Oh, its cry is like farting. Oh, it's horrible. There we go. One-shotting the Skunk Tank. That I will take. That I will take. Penelope gain points. Hurt by poison. That's alright. You're alright, girl. We got a lot of full heals we'll be using after this. About to send in Absol. Ooh, I would... If Absol's on the team, I would have to think Absol is the ace. Let's switch. Roku's already poisoned. Let's bring Roku in. Alright. Let me wait. Hold on. Let me... okay, no, I want to make sure some of you guys gave me, or gave us dialogue for, like, if you're on your last Pokemon or whatever, I wanted to make sure that, that I didn't miss any dialogue you guys might have sent in. So, Absol taking a close combat, is it going to be enough? And it is! Alright, down goes Ecat's Absol. Whew. Good work, Ecat. Thank you so much for being such a loyal and supportive member of the community. And you've been around since almost the very, very beginning of my channel. So I greatly appreciate that. And I hope you enjoyed seeing your team in there. Maybe not exactly where you wanted to be or saying what you wanted to say, but hopefully next generation we'll be able to get that working a little bit better. I honestly don't understand why Gen 4 stuff would be so much worse than almost like every other generation. But there it is. Okay, they're going to warn me. And we are going to heal. Start with the Hyper Potions. Cessna needs that. The rest of you guys could probably get away with just Super Potions. And then my full heals are up here. You got poisoned, and you got poisoned. There we go. You got poisoned. There we go. All right. Looking good. All right. So that actually is the end of the Elite Four, right? Okay. So that was the elite. That was the 4 elites, and now we have to go take on Cynthia, who is actually going to be Klungar. Should I read Klungar's dialogue in Cynthia's horrible voice? Sure, why not? All right. Looking good. Okay, wait, so this is Klungar, so we have to read Klungar's dialogue, and Eddie said, oh, Klungar did not give any additional text, so he's just reusing the same text from Emerald. So instead of all this stuff that Cynthia's saying, we're just going to have, so you think you can beat me, little bro? And we'll ignore all the plot stuff that Klungar would have no idea about. This is such a janky way to do this. I'm so sorry, you guys. But it's Gen 4's fault. It's nobody's fault but Nintendo's for not letting us properly hack their games that they never intended us to have access to this level of editing. All right, Air Slash should work out pretty well. We were actually just talking about it in the Discord the other day. I don't know how Toadette came up, but my Breloom Toadette from the Hexath'locke, I miss her so much. I guess I used her as the namesake for my Brelooms on Showdown and stuff too. Yeah, Tyranitar coming in. All right, Cesno took care of the Breloom, no problem. One-shotting with the Air Slash, 4 times effective, tends to do that. Roku's going to come in for the T-Tar, 1 close combat. I can't imagine a Tyranitar standing up to that. That's 4 times effective as well. We're pretty on par level-wise here. The Sandstorm, that's probably going to be obnoxious. Ooh, we got 1 close combat left, so that'll work out just fine. Actually, just this last week, well, here's a nice plug. If you're not following me on Instagram, you guys should follow me on Instagram. I just recently, I've actually had it for a while. I think I joined back in like 2013 or something it said on it. I've never used it for like, not for browsing, not for posting. I don't know, I don't even remember why I have it. But I have Instagram.com/TortimerTheGray. And I recently, this week, started posting some things on. I had some things with my dog, and I've started trying to be more healthy lately, once again. And so I've been doing these morning walks with my dog every day, because it's been really hot this summer, and so we hadn't really been doing a lot of walks in the afternoon, which is when we generally would do a walk if we're going to do it. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to get up a little earlier. I'm going to start doing walks in the morning. Starmie, we'll switch. Magdala can do Starmie. We've got the electric move on Magdala, and we've also got dark type moves on Magdala here. Let's go for the Dark Pulse, see what that'll do. Starmie uses Ice Beam. Alright, how's that gonna work? Okay, Magdala took that very well. Ooh, so close, but probably too close, realistically. That Starmie's gonna get healed. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll Dark Pulse here. Klungar's going to full restore. And then we can just Shadow Sneak on our next turn. Does the champion get 2 heal items? I don't recall. But a Shadow Sneak probably will be sufficient, and then the Starmie won't be able to get off another shot. But, so yeah, I started posting. So I'm doing these walks in the morning with my dog before work, and then at the same time I'm doing Pokemon Go. Because I've got eggs and stuff that I'm hatching, or I'm just walking with my buddy to get candies or things like that. So I've been posting some of the evolutions and stuff I've been getting. And like, going into this week, I was really, yes, nice. I was really close to getting my final Pupitar candies to evolve into a Tyranitar. So there we go. Tyranitar, giving me a nice plug for my new Instagram. So you guys can follow me there. Links will be in the description if you guys have any interest in that. Instagram's one of those platforms, like, I don't even have a personal one. It's not a platform that I've ever felt a need to really deal with. Heatran, oh man. Ooh, do I regret using up that last close combat? I feel like I'm gonna if I don't already. Snooty, I guess we'll try. Okay, he didn't pop up any sun or anything, so Surf should be fine. Heatran used Fire Blast. It misses. Take that, Heatran! And hopefully, I don't know if we'll get a one-shot here. We're pretty on par levels-wise. Yeah. We haven't been really getting one-shots on anybody else, so how long is this Sandstorm going to last? Here we go. But yeah, so I'll be doing it's gonna be the Instagram's gonna be a little bit more IRL stuff, but with a mix of my normal kind of content. But it's gonna be a lot of stuff with my dog, some just general IRL type things, and then with mix in some Pokemon Go and some other gaming stuff we're doing. It's just gonna be Tortimer Plus, basically, on there. So if you have any interest in that, if you're an avid user of that platform, I am not. So I don't know if people do a ton, but I figured why not? That seems like a decent place for me to post that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. Ooh, Zapdos will switch. Bring Penelope in. Penelope at least won't get buffeted from the stupid sandstorm, since it never seems to want to go away. And then we can be immune to the electric, and start the Ice Fang here. Penelope! Come on, girl, you got it. You got it! Oh, so close. Almost taking out the Zapdos. I guess we'll find out if we've got, well, the sandstorm's over at least. The rain's starting to fall now. Don't have to worry about that chip damage or anything. Let's get an Ice Shard going. Nope. Klungar's got 2. Alright. Well, that's fine. This'll hit. I wonder if this will put us in range for a 2-hit KO from this. Oh, critical hit. I would say so. Alright. Fantastic. Yeah. Alright. One more Ice Shard. And Zapdos should go down. Is this... Clunker's got at least one Pokemon, doesn't he? We haven't seen Venusaur yet. Or Blaziken. No, he's got Heatran, so he probably doesn't have his Blaziken with him. Dragonite. I guess we'll stay in for Dragonite. Dragonite is Klungar's final Pokemon. Let's go for the Ice Shard. Hope and pray, right? Hope and pray? Oh, no, not enough. Oh, hang in there, Penelope. Hang in there, girl. Whatever he's got, I'm scared. Dragon Dance. Okay. But Dragon Dance doesn't help him with priority, or her with priority. So, I think we should be good to go here. Yes! Alright, and with that, guys, we have taken down our final patron, Klungar, my brother. And on loss, he says, looks like I'm the little bro now. I don't even, was that Minnie Mouse? That was not Cockney or any of the other Cynthias, but we're just leaning into how bad Cynthia's been this season. And that brings us to the end of the Pokemon Platinum Random Lock. We did it, guys. We did it. And so very, very exciting, which means we can finally get around to our question of the day. I'm sure you guys saw it sitting there staring you in the face. But we really can't talk about transfers until we know who's in the transfer pool. And we can't know who's in the transfer pool until everything's done and everybody's alive. So there we go. Let's head this way. Let's get all of our guys put into the Hall of Fame. And we will then begin talking about our transfers. Now, we're going to be doing transfers a little bit differently. Torch, your last battle was splendid. Oh, hello, Professor Rowan. A child enlisted for my Pokedex product has come this far. It's only natural that I come and witness the child's crowning glory. Tort, I shouldn't call you a child anymore. No, I'm 129. I shouldn't, you've grown into a real champion. Professor, you're still going to tell me. Please join us. All right. Yeah, let's get the because it's not technically Cynthia, it's Klungar. Your names will be recorded by state here. Here. Will you leave memories of? All right. They're gonna get our Pokemans put into the Hall of Fame, which will enter them into the transfer pool. Zipped through says no there, unfortunately. Anyway, so this time we are going to be doing transfers a little bit differently. Generally speaking, when we do a transfer, you guys are voting for your favorite Pokemon, a Pokemon you love so much that you've seen us use, throughout an entire season or more, and you've just loved it so much. There's our starter, Magla. What a good time. See our whole team together. What a nice looking bunch there. I really enjoyed our team this season. I've enjoyed our team every season, I guess, but this has been a nice core group of Pokemon. We didn't do as much rotating as we would normally do, so it's been nice. So we're going to be doing transfers a little bit differently because next season is going to be a Rotten Egg Lock. And we've talked about this a little bit. What does that mean? That means we're going to be playing my least favorite Pokemon game, which is Black 2, White 2. And then we're going to be using some of my and your least favorite Pokemon. So as opposed to a normal egg lock where people are like, oh, I'm going to give you the best Pokemon ever, blah, 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 blah. This is going to be like, no, now it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be the worst Pokemon ever, but that's going to be part of it. Because, you know, in the eggs that you guys are going to be giving me, I'm going to be, you know, in the next episode, which is going to be episode 0 of the Rotten Egg Lock, which is coming out next week, you know, we're going to be talking about, I want the objectively worst Pokemon just stats-wise. I want Pokemon that you think look stupid, Pokemon that I think look stupid, Pokemon that are annoying to train, things like that. And so, to be in line with that theme, I don't want you guys voting for your favorite transfers. I want you to be voting for your least favorite transfers, or the transfers that you think are going to be the least useful, or the least, or the most annoying to train, or, you know, whatever criteria you guys want to use. But you guys know what I mean. You're kind of going along that theme, as opposed to, like, I think somebody had said in the comments, and I forget who it was at this point, I apologize, but they're like, oh man, I'm so excited for Cessna to be on the team because Yanmega is my favorite, and I'm going to vote for Yanmega. And I'm like, well, I don't know that that's going to really work out with what we're going to be looking to do next season, sort of thing. So, I mean, you can still do that if you just want to see Yanmega being used, because it's like one of your favorite Pokemon. Who am I going to know? You can vote for whatever you want to vote for. But the general idea of this next season is going to be using Pokemon that are generally less than ideal. So, I'm going to run you guys through everybody who's in the transfer pool. And I want you to be thinking not necessarily who's my favorite Pokemon, but who's a Pokemon that you are not a huge fan of. And it may not be like a totally garbage Pokemon, because there's not really any totally garbage Pokemon in my transfer pool. But it may be like, maybe you just hate the Squirtle line. You're like, you know what? Squirtle is just one of those Pokemon I've never liked. And so you're going to vote for Techno or something. Or, I mean, maybe you don't do that because Squirtle's my favorite Pokemon. It doesn't really fit in the theme. But, but you could do that if you wanted to. You know, it doesn't necessarily need to be a Pokemon that I dislike, because the transfers is always, you know, what your feelings is, how you've connected with the Pokemon, things like that. So it doesn't have to be, and my thoughts being taken into consideration at all. You may say, oh, you know, Aang the Dragonite, that's going to be a really obnoxious Pokemon to train, because Aang's not going to be a Dragonite until basically the Elite Four episode. So that'll be a really obnoxious Pokemon to have on your team and to train. It's a good Pokemon, I like it, but it's going to be a real pain in the butt to raise. So maybe that fits with the Rotten Egg Lock sort of thing. You know, so if you guys get my drift there. And so now let's go through everybody, since we've got all the people who survived from this generation. We'll walk through it here. So, starting in Season 1 with Pokemon Yellow Dice Lock, the Pokemon that entered into the transfer pool then were Fiverr, our Pikachu, Techno, our Squirtle, Morden, the Charmander, Sari, the Bulbasaur, Luna, the Jigglypuff, and Kalik, the Voltorb. Alright, so those are the ones that are going to be coming in. I had originally made a separate version of this screen. Well, actually, this is the first version, and I was like, oh, wait, crap, no, this is an egg lock, so I've got to make them all their absolute based evolutions. And so I replaced Pikachu with Pichu, and Jigglypuff with Igglybuff, and then in the Season 2 line, I had replaced Clementine with Eevee. And because the reason why I don't have them as that base evolution to start with is because they're transfers, they're coming, they already know me. The whole point is that we're continuing the journey together, so I always make the happiness of the transfers max happiness. And so those are any happiness evolutions they're already happening, because, you know, some of them, like, I can't really have like a level 5 for Alligator. But I can have a level 5 Pikachu, or I can have a level 5, you know, Umbreon or whatever. There's no restrictions there. There's no level cap or anything like that related to. So, you know, in the purposes of, you know, base happiness evolutions, I just skip whatever that first base is. So there we go. Season 1, again, Fiverr the Pikachu, Techno the Squirtle, Morden the Charmander, Sari the Bulbasaur, Luna the Jigglypuff, and Kalik the Voltorb. Going into Season 2, with our Pokemon Crystal Wed'locke, we had Romeo the Totodile, Juliet the Hoot Hoot, Churchill the Onyx, Clementine the Umbreon, Napoleon the Wooper, Josephine the Oddish, Aang the Dratini, Bonnie the Handour, Aragorn the Tyrogue, and Penelope the Swinub. So those are all the Pokemon that came out of the Pokemon Crystal Wed'locke. Almost double what came out of some of the other seasons. We went a little overboard there with our rotating team, which, you know, like compared to this one, where we didn't basically have any rotating team. We have quite a few number of Pokemon coming out of the random lock, which is kind of funny because like we had so many random Pokemon we got together, but we kind of had a really nice core team. We didn't really have the need to do a lot of rotating, which was kind of nice, and we didn't know what was coming up. So like leveling a ton of extra Pokemon, it's like, well, I don't know what's coming up in this next gym, so it doesn't really matter for me to have like additional fire types or something because it's not a grass gym or whatever. So anyway, maybe that's what afflicted it. But anyway, so season 2 again: Romeo the Totodile, Juliet the Hoot Hoot, Churchill the Onyx, Clementine the Umbreon, Napoleon the Wooper, Josephine the Oddish, Aang the Dratini, Bonnie the Houndour, Aragorn the Tyrogue, and Penelope the Swinub. And then going into Gen 3 with our Pokemon Emerald Littlelock, we had Yuka the Yuka the Trico, Bertha the Makuhita, Casper the Shuppet, Strawberry the Plusle, Watson the Chinchou, and Fluffy the Torkoal. All right, so again, Yuka I almost said Torchic again. Yuka the Trico, Bertha the Makuhita, Casper the Shuppet, Strawberry the Plusle, Watson the Chinchou, and Fluffy the Torkoal. And then that just leaves us with this season's transfers, which would be Magdala the Spiritomb, Snooty the Slowpoke, Roku the Chimchar, even though we got Roku as a as like a level 4 Infernape in this season. He'll have to become a Chinchar in any future generations. And then Cessna the Yanma. So again, Magdala the Spiritomb, Snooty the Slowpoke, Roku the Chimchar, and Cessna the Yanma. It's gonna be kind of a tough task for you guys to pick out Pokemon you don't like. I mean, maybe it won't be. Maybe you guys are like, you're just like diametrically opposed to, you know, Torkoals or something. You guys hate Torkoal or whatever. Or maybe you're like, well, Strawberry, well, it may have served you well in the Little Lock. It doesn't evolve. It's really not that great a Pokemon. You should probably take Strawberry. Or, you know, Sceptile is my least favorite home-run starter, so I'm going to vote for Yuka. Or, you know, Aragorn, Tyrogue is kind of garbage until it evolves into whatever it's going to evolve into. So maybe use that. And, you know, these sorts of things, I'm just trying to throw out all these kind of potential. You can use any reasoning you like. I mean, we've got really good Pokemon here. So, I mean, you might just hate Infernape. And so you're like, you know what? Take Roku. Because, again, I want this to be more on your guys' feelings than on mine. And so that's going to be basically what we're going for. So for those of you guys who, I guess, are new to the Pokeath'locke, the whole point of this series is we carry transfers into the next season. And they could come from any of these seasons. It doesn't have to be from the previous season. It can come from any season. So, like this generation, or this season, season 4, we brought in Sari, who the Bulbasaur from season 1, and we brought in Penelope from season 2. And you can do any combination. You get 2 votes, so you get to pick 2 transfers. So you pick whichever are your most rotten, in your opinion, the most rotten transfers we can take in. And you can use any metric you guys want to use for that. I'd love to hear your guys' why you're choosing those Pokemon, because I just think it'd be interesting. So I'd love to hear you guys say, okay, I'm voting for, just to pick, I'm not trying to like put things in people's minds, so I'm trying to pick out new things. Like, I'm going to vote for Casper and Juliet going into the next season because First Root Birds are garbage, and I think Shuppet is a stupid Pokemon, or whatever. I mean, you can do whatever you guys want to do. And I mean, you can say, you know, I know you love Blastoise, but I think he's trash. So you're going to, you know, I'm voting for Techno. Whatever you guys want to do. So yeah, in the comments down below, that's today's comment question of the day. And the only thing I really need you guys thinking about is who are those transfers going to be? And you guys each get 2 votes. And then, unlike this season, where we kind of randomized it, where every Pokemon who got a vote had a chance to get in there, this season we're going to be going back to, because this was a randomizer season, we figured I'd randomize it. But this season we're going to be going back to our normal transfer things, so majority's going to rule here. So whichever 2 Pokemon get the most votes are going to be the 2 Pokemon that end up in next season. And that's what we're going to be doing going forward. But I need to wrap this up here. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for your continued support. All the patrons that we battled today, thank you guys so much for being supporters of this channel, being supporters of me. most of my patrons have been around for years, and so you guys are just awesome. I thank you so much. Hopefully next season it'll be a little bit cleaner. So while you guys are thinking about your transfers, get those votes in the comments down below right now, because I'm hoping to get this next series going in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I'd like to get all those votes kind of compiled so I can start working on all this stuff here very quickly. So get your votes in there, but also be thinking about the eggs you're going to be doing for the starter, as we talked about last episode, as well as your patron teams if you're already a patron. If you're not a patron and you'd like to become one in order to be a part of this series and have your team featured in an NPC in the game, links in the description down below. You can go become a patron, and any person who becomes a patron throughout the course of the next season will have the opportunity to potentially end up as an NPC in there, depending on the whole timing of you. If you become a patron, you know, if like the last day of the series or something, might be a little bit of work or too much work to get you in there on that one. You might jump into the next one or something. But anyway, guys, I think that's all of our transfers. I'm going to run through them one more time. I know you guys can probably see it on your screens, but I want to run through this one more time just so you guys are aware. You can vote for any 2 of these Pokemon from any previous season. There's been times in the past where people think they can only vote for Pokemon from the previous, like the immediately previous season. So like you would only have the option of Magdala, Snooty, Roku, or Cessna. That's not the case. You can vote from any Pokemon from any of the previous seasons, and you get 2 votes. So you can pick any 2 Pokemon. And so again, we've got Fiverr the Pikachu, Techno the Squirtle, Morden the Charmander, Siri the Bulbasaur, Luna the Jigglypuff, Kalik the Voltorb, Romeo the Totodile, Juliet the Hoot-Hoot, Churchill the Onyx, Clementine the Umbreon, Napoleon the Wooper, Josephine the Oddish, Aang the Dratini, Bonnie the Houndour, Aragorn the Tyrogue, Penelope the Swinub, Yuka the Trico, Bertha the Makuhita, Casper the Shuppet, Strawberry the Plusle, Watson the Chinchou, Fluffy the Torkoal, Magdala the Spiritomb, Snooty the Slowpoke, Roku the Chimchar, and Cessna the Yanmega. So thank you guys so much for watching this series, hanging out. You guys did awesome with the questions of the day this season. You guys seem to, for the most part, there was a couple of episodes that didn't get a lot of responses, but for the most part, you guys really seem to enjoy that. We got a lot of feedback and stuff like that from you guys. So that's probably something we'll carry into next season as well, assuming I can come up with questions every episode and things like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure to give your votes for the for the transfers in the comments down below. Only do that here so I can keep track of everything. So get your votes in the comments down below. Start thinking about who you want for transfers. Keep an eye out for next week when we're going to be having episode 0 of the Pokemon Black 2 Egglocke, Rotten Egglocke coming out. That episode 0 is going to be completely focused to this is how you guys create eggs and send them to me so that you guys can see your rotten Pokemon showing up in next season of the series. And yeah, anyway, guys, I'm Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, subscriptions, more, guys. If you guys have any questions, there's something I did not cover sufficiently, let me know in the comments down below as well, and I'll make sure I answer that or pop into the Discord or something to that effect. So, anyway, guys, have a good one.